On my mama, we back in the black box, Google gang banging. We finna get it cracking, wake and bake like we usually do. I'm gonna give some folks some time to pull up. You digitalize. My sound is not in stereo like it is when we use the OBS program. I'm trying to get away from that. I'm gonna figure out how to get music in stereo here. But I got some unreleased Blue Smurf for y'all this morning. This called Hit Different. It's rest in peace, dedicated to all the fallen soldiers and loved ones for all times around the world. On my mama, Blue Smurf, Hit Different. Unreleased, exclusive, just for the Google gang, Blue Wrench mob members. On my mama. BS. Let me know if it's too loud in the chat. I'll turn it down.
Yeah, shit hit different. We all cross that bridge though. Yeah. That shit hit different. That shit hit different. It hit different. Yeah. That shit hit different when it's your own. You ever lost somebody close to you and wish that you could call it home? Talk about your memories and play their favorite songs. The fact is, we all crossed that bridge. I know it's wrong. Sipping with me, smoking blunts, you can't believe they gone. And when you shed tears and reminisce, they tell you stay strong, but it's fucked up. You in that casket and won't wake up. You looking good. Ain't even need a lot of makeup. Everybody's showing love and telling you to stay up. Ran out of Remy Martin store run. I'm on my third cup. They telling me to slow down, but I don't give a fuck. Taking so many losses, I feel like I got bad luck. Keep your name alive, they gon' remember you. Dealing with this pain is critical. A nigga still missing you. Keep your name alive, they gon' remember you. Dealing with this pain and it's critical. Nah, you don't know how pain feel. Feel like I should be taking pain pills. Sit him lower your casket, it gave a nigga hella chills. And it hit different that you gone, this shit don't seem real. Yeah, it hit different that you gone, this shit don't you know how pain feel. Feel like I should be taking pain pills. Sit him lower your casket, it gave a nigga hella chills. And it hit different that you gone, this shit don't seem real. Yeah, it hit different that you gone, this shit don't seem real. We keep my hands up. And I'ma miss them days I walk by. You told me, boy, pull your pants up. The whole family missing you. And every time I step foot on the 103rd and Avalon, I think of you. You always speak the truth. Even if it hurts their feelings. You was nosy. Always listen to somebody's business. Wasn't on my last nerve. I can never win an argument with you. You always gotta have the last word. Shedding tears like a baby. Cause your service was beautiful. More like a celebration than a funeral. Never thought I'd get that call that we losing you. Family in a single file line. All viewing you. Keep your name alive. They gon' remember you. Dealing with this pain and it's critical. I'm still missing you. Keep your name alive. They gon' remember you. Dealing with this pain and it's critical. Yeah, you don't know how pain feel. Feel like I should be taking pain pills. Sit him lower your casket. It gave a nigga hella chill. And it hit different that you gone. This shit don't seem real. Yeah, it hit different that you gone. This shit you don't know how pain feel. Feel like I should be taking pain pills. Sit him lower your casket. It gave a nigga hella chill. And it hit different that you gone. This shit don't seem real. Yeah, it hit different that you gone. This shit don't seem real.
BS. Blue Smurf, unreleased exclusives. For those that are first, I think I'm gonna bang one more for y'all. On my mama, you know my nigga Blue Smurf got a catchphrase. His catchphrase is yeah that. So I'm gonna give y'all one more exclusives. Perhaps gonna be one of his singles. It's Blue Smurf, yeah that. Oh my mama do it like 2 M's coming soon. ASAP do it like Mafia Music. Yeah that, yeah that. Hey, a gang of bitches in my contacts, blue rags, riches, mafia, crippin' and all that. Yeah that. Hey, a gang of bitches in my contacts, blue rags, riches, mafia, crippin' and all that. Yeah that. So don't compare me to rappers, I'm in my own lane. Too much change, I still represent the game. Blue hats and gold chain. Murder when we gon' play. Optimism, I'm gonna take the whole thing
day, my knuckles score from catching fade.
Oh man, we can't do that right now, man.
Compton, LALDA.
No,
So Taylor, nigga, I can't explain. Stay dangerous, we don't know how to stay safe. They got some smother bonus run, the cameras can't stay. Dance when I run to play. I bust when they run away. I told my kids I see them tomorrow. I can't die today. They celebrate the only death I get survivors here. So when I go, y'all do the same. That's a mafia way. Hey, a gang of bitches in my contacts, blue angles, bitches, mafia, crippin' and all that. Yeah, that. Yeah, that. Hey. Hey, a gang of bitches in my contacts, blue angels, riches, mafia, crippin' and all that. Yeah, that. All that. Yeah, that. And I ain't new to this nigga, they ask me how I been. I tell them same fight, different way. I only play to win. It's play like Big Ben on that block shit. I got the juice, I'm on that pot shit. Niggas acting like they can't die from a slot clip.
Oops, I fucked up. I'm using the phone that I was playing the music on, but that's enough of that exclusive, unreleased BS. Anyway, on my mama. Shout out to the homie Macadocious C Mac, the most famous Crip on the internet. New breed, except of course next to Snoop Doggy Dogg. I don't think nobody can claim that title like the homie Nightbud to the Nightbud. You know, we don't get involved in DMP around here, which we don't really do that. But the homie has high profile relationships. He had 2 whirlwind relationships in the matter of what was it? A couple months, right? And one of the G homies, Compton Crip, I was hollering at the other day, and he was concerned about how the homie seemed like he gets so easily attached to these females and be so head over heels. And this is before it blew up with this last little situation, right? And my response to the homie was like, man, you know what I see? I see cuz be quick to be on to the next. And lo and behold, 2 days later, I was sending the homie that I was talking to a clip of cuz being on to the next. Let's check him out, man. This shit funny than a motherfucker. This the bitch boy SBA baby mama. Y'all know the backstory and all that. And everybody looks like cuz be overinvested and wop. Cuz ain't getting attached like it look. I think any Citch he mess with, he gonna get at him similar. You know, that's that's like if you take a female out and she used to Red Lobster, but you like crustaceans or beyond. Just because you taking this female out who never been to crustaceans don't mean all of a sudden you're gonna go to Red Lobster. She's gonna have her experience on the level of life that you are accustomed to, and she back to her regular. So, you know, they get that little whirlwind with that nigga from the end, and then it's quick to end, and he brush it off his skin and start all over again like real men. Oh, blah. This is comedy right here, cuz it's a fool. Nightbud.
Tattoo. Nightbud, Hoover Killer Destruction, HK Screw Loose. 51st Street Crip. Right. Crip Mac, crazy mad ass Crip, long hood. Yeah, they say I'm slow, yeah, HK Screw Loose.
Damn. Why?
Compton, LUNTSTHER.
It's always something. It's because the car's still going, huh? I'm gonna have to call her back. Let me do it.
Tattoo. Nightbud, Hoover Killer Destruction, HK Screw Loose. 51st Street Crip. Right. Crip Mac, crazy mad ass Crip, long hood. Yeah, they say I'm slow, yeah, HK Screw Loose. I'm a hustler. So it's like this. We either gonna sleep together and work everything out, or guess what? You go ask Rolando. I'm hood. It ain't never coming off. I love you. I love your kids. Just work with me. I'm hustlers. And hey, look, I'm a real crap.
Oh, my
Nightbud, Hoover Killer Struck.
You heard her response. She like, that's crazy. You told me I could West Rolando. They got the homie up. Telling y'all half of that slow appearance he got, I believe is hella intentional. You dig it, lies? I don't believe, and don't you believe for 1 minute. I communicate quite a bit with the homie behind the scenes. And you gotta just use your intelligence to know he at work when he on this internet doing this old shit. You dig it, lies? So, of course, there is some of that shit that's really part of his program. but believe me, it is far more controlled than you could imagine. Oh, my mama. He is probably as brilliant, as ignorant as he appears to be. The opposite. And it takes a whole lot of calculation to maintain that character as consistently as he does, when I guarantee you he wouldn't behave like that in court. We see him play with the church because that's probably not embedded in him. But, you know, on my mama, cuz could turn that shit on and off. I talk to him. I keep thinking, I'm just let y'all know this is a prop because I'm going through the phone and I'm just so used to having this here. I still have it here. So I'm talking as if this is cracking. I gotta remind myself this is not cracking. I'm not really talking into this because the audio, although the iPhone audio is good, it's not as crispy and as clear as this. So I have to remember to project into the phone. My bad. I'm trying to send this link out to a few of my partners that might pop. You know what? I'm gonna put it in the chat. We're gonna do we're gonna do what really be going on in these YouTube streets. I'm getting more comfortable with that term, y'all. YouTube streets. Y'all know I really don't feed up with it, right? But I'm gonna put this link in here for any of the y'all see the title. For any of my real ones that might want to tap in and politic some of this subject matter, you are welcome. Let me go ahead and pin this to the top. What was next on the title? Bricc Baby first, Snoopy Badass. I did a reaction to this real popular interaction that they had on No Jumper. If you haven't seen my reaction, go to the channel, check it out. It's entitled Snoopy Badass Punk's Bricc Baby. Damn, hood. Like, go check that out to get my perspective as a reaction. But here we gonna chop it up. And I want to invite, we got some guests popping up. Invite the guests to get a perspective. But my mama, I want to get y'all. What up, homie?
What's up, brother? Hey, I'm right here at the barbershop with the guys right now.
What up, Paulie?
What's going on?
Go ahead and introduce yourself real quick to the audience. They have no idea who you are. Let them know why you are one of the personal private people that got this link before anybody from my phone instead of in the chat, my nigga.
All right, yeah, that's cool. My name's Paulie. I'm a barber. I'm over here over at Nobleman Barbershop over in San Gabriel. My boys are here. You guys want to say what's up? I got the link before. Spider Look's been a real close homie, a real one. So whatever he's gonna chop it up about, then we'll go about that, you know.
There you go, man. Stay in the cut, enjoy the ride. You can jump in whenever you get ready. Right now, I was finna play this this little clip. Damn. If I still have it in my, you know what? I've been making a habit. I cleared out my whole phone, all my pictures, all my videos, and now I'm making a habit. So once I utilize content, I get it out of here. So I don't have it. But anyway, y'all seen the exchange on No Jumper between, if you haven't, check it out. Bricc Baby, Snoopy Badass, No Jumper. Catch up real quick. So if you want to put your input, you know what I'm talking about. But they had the exchange on No Jumper where Slim 400, rest in peace, name came up. The homie. And apparently Snoopy Badass, like everybody else in the world, he's had some type of drama with Slim 400 in the past. And when his name came up, he started off his commentary by saying, I ain't gonna disrespect the dead. And Bricc Baby decided to interject, like, yeah, because that's my homie. I wasn't finna tolerate that, no way. And then Snoopy Badass go on this rant about if he wanted to diss him, he would, and but he didn't. But it's seemingly in these YouTube streets, the average viewer, the majority of the viewers are impressed by the fact that Snoopy Badass got emotionally irate and he was very aggressive with a tongue wrestle. However, he did not take 1 inch of a step across the line that Bricc Baby drew. He drew a simple line. It didn't take a volume of decibels in his voice. It didn't take for him to change his emotional presentation. He didn't have to get irate. He didn't have to get loud. He didn't have to get tough. He said, that's my homie. You ain't gonna diss him. And then Snoopy Badass did this whole theatrical performance of angrily cooperating with exactly what he said, and the YouTube streets like, oh, he punked Bricc Baby. And I'm like, man, if it's that easy to get a stripe out here in the metaverse, everybody would be striped up. Because I don't even argue with men. So I don't give a fuck. The gun is loud. And then the knife is silent. So what do I need to be quiet for if it's violence? The violence, like, what do I need to be loud for? That's somebody that's trying to project something that's not real and set off a signal that is not an actual signal. Do y'all follow me, or am I somewhere far off?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this Scooby Dooby, not so badass, whatever you want to call him, he trying to put on this whole little circus thing. I'm just keeping it $150. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my homeboy SPI, Spot. You gon' lose your noodle. Let's use the doodle. You ain't heard what them pit bulls or do the poodles. How many times I'ma have to say, you gon' eat around here, man, you gon' have to pay. And on everything low, I need half the day. Just hopping up on the beat, spitting my own heat. I'ma tell you low, they don't want none of the smoke. Officials on green, sit back, take that marijuana smoke. I'm trying to pull up to the party. Hey, shawty, where you at? You don't get away from that kitty cat. You need to get with a rap star who's winning.
Check me out. I appreciate the homage, but this ain't a freestyle. Once you switch to your own bars, this ain't time for that. But I appreciate you spitting my bars and showing homage. But maybe one day we'll have a freestyle session where you can come and get it in. On my mama. We trying to stick on subject right now, though.
Oh yeah. No problem. Yeah, I got you, Spider. You know, I had to show love one time.
No, I definitely appreciate it on my mama. I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? But we on task. I want to also put out an announcement. I am trying my hardest not to turn on the air conditioner because it affects the sound. But it is heating up around here. Plus, this is some alcohol I'm knocking down. So I might have to get up and turn that air on eventually. Oh, my mama, you digitalize? What y'all know about Compton Menace?
I first seen him in think it was Straight Outta Compton. He played Two-Tone, Crenshaw Mafia was the bus scene.
Two-Tone. That's an ironic point to start. What about you, Paulie? What you know about Compton Menace?
You know what? I just started barely knowing about Compton recently because I got with this girl. She lives out there. So, you know, getting used to that culture, that civilized culture out there, man. It's kind of cool.
Well, Compton Menace is an individual. He's a person. And in recent years, he jumped online with my name in his mouth in association with boxing or fighting and anger and some other things. And we've had a back and forth, and, you know, he's been saying my name online for years, hating on me, on my nuts, basically. I tried my best to deflect the energy. I responded later on, and that caused a lot of friction, but I have no time to entertain the antics of the individual that I know to be Compton Menace. I'm just totally uninterested. You digitalize? But I find it highly ironic that the next time we heard his name, we haven't heard much from him since he felt comfortable being in a boxing ring, speaking upon me in such a weird fashion. We haven't heard much from him. But just recently, he's popped back up, getting some headlines because he got involved in, guess what? A fisticuffs. He actually seemingly willed to him what he was looking for, a public punch out or a public whatever to display his boxing skills. He got that opportunity and it didn't go too favorably, it seems. I've seen some footage of the alleged altercation, and from what everyone is saying and from what I can see, he hit the ground a couple times versus his opponent not hitting the ground at all. I find it highly ironic that on the onset of the incident, he was projecting in a very aggressive tone, like two-tone. You know where you at? You know where you at? And the white boy, shout out to Cuz Double R. I don't know him, but I've become acquainted with him since then. The white boy that was having this incident with him said, yeah, I know where I'm at, whatever. And that didn't matter. First and foremost, if an outsider, white boy, come to an area where as soon as the tension starts, your first inclination is to ask him, do you know where you at? That is a game insinuation, a turf insinuation.
Mm-hmm.
How, after that, do a white boy get a fair one? Because if he had a fair one coming, it don't matter where he at. Why you even say that? So he was talking all big and tough, and then the white boy mixed him. Apparently, the white boy done went live since then, claiming to mix them. It's a very dark video, but you can hear the person taking the video saying, "Let him get up, let him get up." So I say that to say this: Compton Ricc, who was the leader of the Ain't No Compton movement, he's become a blogger in recent years. His productions, when he put them together, seem to be quality. He speaks well. I have my own experience because me and Cuz ain't really like 100. He did some weird shit in our interactions. You know what I'm saying? Cuz ain't never tapped in and like, you know, as a man. I can imagine the character I see him portray. He ain't proud of the way he handled the little situation we had. And although I don't hold no illness toward him, he ain't never reached out and got it right. So the energy kind of remains at where it is. But outside of that, I seen Cuz go bad on Menace. Told Menace he need to take the Compton off his name and put Compton on his name. And he went through the fight and kind of commentated and narrated and clown Cuz. Have y'all? So Paulie, I know you ain't seen it. What about you, homie? Have you seen it?
Nah, I ain't seen it. That just literally made my jaw drop due to the fact that Menace, you know, he more red, and you know that whole Compton thing being a, you know, Pyru type term. I could see why, you know, Rocc would get at him in such a kind of way.
Well, Rocc, as an artist, before he really stopped doing the rap thing, the most loud splash I ever been aware of him making was his Ain't No Compton campaign. So he was pushing that line real hard at one point. I think he kind of grew out of that and matured into what the climate really is, and he started politicking with the Compton Pyrus, which was a wiser thing to do in the long run. But at one point, when that shit started being the loudest thing you heard associated with the hub city, he took it upon himself to stand out and be like, "Ain't no Compton." And you know, to a certain sense, I could respect his position, but I knew he was fighting a losing battle though. With that was out of here, because even me, when I refer to my red rag homies from Compton, I even utilize Compton. But me knowing Buntry Al personally and have had an experience where I'm standing next to Buntry Al and somebody from a distance tell him like, "All right, I'm gonna holler at you, Buntry." Buntry used to get kind of embarrassed in front of me and be like, "Man, Spider, my name Country." And he used to show me a tattoo on his arm where his name was spelled with a C. He like, "Man, I don't know when niggas started doing that." So that, you know, the exchanging the words a lot was some late 90s into the early 2000s shit. A lot of the G bangers wasn't really into that. So Buntry Al had a tattoo on his arm that said Country. I never realized until that point that Buntry was country with a B. I thought Buntry was just a word that was a word. I didn't even know. So from that day forward, I felt uncomfortable calling Country Buntry. I just couldn't do it because I see what he did. He switched the B with a C. But now that Compton movement that got so big that even when I refer to red rags from Compton, Pyrus, I just naturally say Compton. You digitalize. It's just a natural thing. They did that. They branded that. It's just easy to separate them without saying a Pyru or that. When you say Compton, it's just easy to let you know what section, where you from, what, you know, what side of the situation you from. That's all. It's just easy to identify. Just like you hear all, thanks to C-Mac, red rags say Custer, like they say Buster down. He did that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my mama.
Hey, speaking of, I was laughing at that shorts on YouTube. It was a cop. He said something 55th Street. That shit had me rolling.
A cop?
Yeah, it was a
I ain't seen that. The coldest thing
I seen
some little boys a little light-skinned dude, a little young nigga, with a blue rag on, doing a skit, imitating C-Mac. That shit funny as a motherfucker.
Yeah, the one I saw, it was a cop. He had a picture of C-Mac, and he was like, he was last seen, yada,
Oh,
yada,
I seen
yada.
that. Like, I seen that at the press conference. Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah.
That was hard.
Oh,
I seen cartoons with a homie. That's how you know you just stepped into a realm that's bigger than yourself. When you got strangers making productions of you that are quality enough to actually be content. People you don't have nothing about, know nothing about. Oh, my mama. I find something else ironic. I heard Rocc speak on C-Mac. Seemed like they had a cool situation, and they somewhat fell out. So ever since then, Rocc been kind of sarcastic when he carried C-Mac name. He tried his hardest not to be disrespectful, but he be low-key sneak dissing him and clowning him. But recently he made some comments about C-Mac being from more than one hood. And I could be wrong. I don't want to put nothing on nobody that's not true. But I would go out on the risk of a limb to say and suggest that I believe Rocc went to prison being from one hood and came out being from another hood himself. I could be wrong. So I'm going to put in right now disclaimer. If I'm incorrect, I apologize. But he seemed like a motherfucker that stick to the factoids, and he's a factual-based individual as he presents himself, and maybe he could clarify that. While he laughing at C-Mac being affiliated with more than one set, I'm under the understanding that Rocc went to Penn being from Raymond Street, Compton, came home being from Nutty. I could be wrong. And if I am wrong, I apologize in advance for even suggesting something of that nature. You dig a lot?
Yeah, that set hopping shit's always been confusing to me. I'm just keeping it $150 because I don't see the concept of how you grow from one tree and then once that apple is fully grown, you roll around and then you telling other fruits, yo, I'm from this other tree. You ain't even like fall from that other tree that you claim to fall from. You do what I'm
Let me tell
saying?
you something. There is an element of it that is extremely understandable when you consider the fact that the majority of the people that participate in the culture start at a very young adolescent age. And your affiliation is typically dictated by where you live, which is dictated by where your parents are raising you. And certain people get displaced from areas so young that have that in them without the ability to get back to where it started because they're so young and and it's so far that you kind of fall into the pocket of people that you're more familiar with that's doing that. And if you ain't been years and years in to where it makes sense to just like, dang, I don't go to my hood for months. When I get a ride, I'm going to go, shit like that. When you get to that age, maybe so. But there's a lot of people that start banging so young, and then they peoples move up out the way. They still got the banging all in them, but they don't really got no action at ever getting back over there. So it's an understandable, especially when it's not no op set. You feel me? When it's an ally set, it's a real understandable situation. It's some real riders, official G's, some legends that y'all don't like. It's a nigga named Del Dog from Main Street Mafia. He a legend out here. Rest in peace. He's one of the richest Crips the streets knew. And he was a gangster, militant. He had a whole aura to him that we haven't seen before or since. Kind of like Meech, but a Crip on the east side.
Yeah.
However, at one point, Cuz was from East Coast when he was young. On my mama, I believe it was 8-9. It's a well-known thing, but that ain't no smut on Del Dog. Del Dog was stumped down legend out here through his whole legacy and career. On my mama. It's a nigga named Magic from H7 that basically started a whole nother game called Hard Time Hustlers. And he really from H7, but he kind of like from Hard Time. But he ain't from Hard Time, but he kind of like is. But he really from H7, but he one of the founders of the Hard Times. This shit go on out here like that. People from the outside looking in think we got this stringent way and structure, a format of how things go. Not necessarily. We do have a general outline, but there are so many variables of how certain situations play out for each individual that all fit into that same big bucket, bro. You dig alive?
Hey, Spider. I gotta head back to cutting hair right now. It was good being on here. Good to see you.
Tell everybody to name me a shop, where it's located, and tell them what kind of deal they get if they mention the black box, spotted loc fact, and let them know how much a general shape up costs too.
Yeah, I mean, you come down, dude. I can hook you up 200% always.
Tell them where though. They don't know where, buddy.
Huh?
They don't know where.
Oh, it's Nobleman Barbershop, San Gabriel, right here. This is the owner George right here. This Spotted Loc. We're live right.
What's up, guys? How you
Salute,
guys
big homie.
doing?
I'm gonna have to come get my
Walking over
face
to stop by
hit,
here.
man, soon.
Oh, yeah, 1060 East Las Tunas Drive. You guys got to stop by.
Wait. It's a motorcycle going by. Hold up. What you say?
1060 East Las Tunas Drive.
I'm gonna pull up.
You guys got to stop by the Nobleman Barbershop
San Gabriel.
Appreciate you.
in San Gabriel.
Much love. My daughters went to San Gabriel Academy for a couple of years, right? I used to drive to San Gabriel every day to bring them to school.
Right down the street. Yeah.
Right
Hey, Dave's been coming here too, man. Like a lot. So.
Hey, shout out to little Dave from the Mongos too. And I didn't want to say that. That's Cuz uncle. Cuz really plugged in, tied into some real, you know what I'm saying, mafioso. That's my little homie right there, man. We get some other shit going on. So all you motherfuckers on here thinking it's something with me and the Brown, because I keep it to Google, y'all got it fucked up. We spend holidays together at one another's homes. Tell them, bro. I don't want to hold you. I know you got to get your money. Get your money.
I will.
Love.
I love you guys.
All right. That's my boy Paulie Shore. People got it feeding up, eating up. They look at me, well, not they, some weirdos and queerdos, but Mr. Criminal kicked it off. Looked at me like I wouldn't say the same exact thing about a Dominican, an African, or a black German, or a European heavy British accent. You don't hear none of them heavily collabing with American black Ebonic speaking artists. It's the same principle. It has nothing to do with race. Get over it. Get out your feelings. Nothing more than feelings. I can really hold it up. I grew up fucking with the choir on my mama. I ain't in practice as of last couple decades. But if I really took my time and with all this auto-tune and all that, a nigga really hold a note on my mama do it like.
I can't blame you.
The link is pinned in the chat for anybody who would like to chat on my mama. I'm opening up the floor today just like that. Tell Ricc Rocc to tap in. Here we go. Hey, the link at the top, right, Ricc Rocc? Inviting Compton Ricc Rocc to tap in. If you could tap into that link, man, it'd be awesome to bless us with your presence here in the Black Box on Crib. In the meantime, Blue Smurf, Unreleased, Hit Different. We're going to run that one more time. If y'all don't mind. This my artist, 2 M's, Music and Money, coming soon. You digitalize?
Digitalize 100.
Oh,
Black
okay.
Box
Not even
production.
100. We digitalized a Google way over 100. It's pinned. Hold up. Hold up, y'all. Hey, Ricc Rocc, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. I ain't got no line on you. I send it to your number. I don't got no line. I had no line on you since you sent me that bullshit. You feel me? But you are forgiven. On my mama. We ain't got to articulate none of that. But I forgive you because I appreciate the way you've been carrying yourself on the internet ever since. And you know our mutual homie that had put us in contact in the long run let me know you really don't. You wish you hadn't really quite, you know. I know how it is. I know how it is balancing the homie factor and then the new affiliate homie factor with a homie from the section and all that was going on. I understood why you even inserted yourself into the scenario, Crip, on my mama. But I want you to come on and politic with me. The link is at the top of the chat. Hit Different, Blue Smurf. This Bluetooth shit. Oh, you
Battery 100%.
fucking up on.
Connected to iPhone 9.
There we go. Now I can't. Oh, here we go. I know what I did.
That shit hit different.
Shit hit different.
Shit hit different. It hit different. Yeah. That shit hit different when it's your own. You ever lost somebody close to you and wish that you could call their phone? Talk about your memories and play their favorite songs. The fact is, we all crossed that bridge. I know it's wrong. Sipping with me, smoking blunts, you can't believe they gone. And when you shed tears and reminisce, they tell you stay strong, but it's fucked up. You in that casket and won't wake up. You looking good. Ain't even need a lot of makeup. Everybody's showing love and telling you to stay up. Ran out of Remy Martin store run. I'm on my third cup. They telling me to slow down, but I don't give a fuck. Taking so many losses, I feel like I got bad luck. Keep your name alive, they gon' remember you. Dealing with this pain and it's critical. A nigga still missing you. Keep your name alive, they gon' remember you. Dealing with this pain and it's critical. Nah, you don't know how pain feel. Feel like I should be taking pain pills. Send him lower your casket. It gave a nigga hella chill. And it hit different that you gone, this shit don't seem real. Yeah, it hit different that you gone, this shit don't seem real. Pain feel. Feel like I should be taking pain pills. Send him lower your casket. It gave a nigga hella chill. And it hit different when you gone, this shit don't seem real. Yeah, it hit different that you gone, this shit don't seem real. Stay strong and keep my head up. And I'ma miss them days I walk by, you tell me, boy, pull your pants up. The whole family missing you. And every time I set foot on 103rd and Avalon, I think of you. You always speak the truth. Even if it hurts their feelings, you was nosy. Always in somebody's business. Working on my last nerve. I can't never win an argument with you. You always gotta have the last word. Shedding tears like a baby, cause your service was beautiful. More like a celebration than a funeral. Never thought I'd get that call that we losing you. Family in a single file line, all viewing you. Keep your name alive, they gon' remember you. Dealing with this pain and it's critical. I'm still missing you. Keep your name alive, they gon' remember you. Dealing with this pain and it's critical. Yeah, you don't know how pain feels. Feel like I should be taking pain pills. Send him lower your casket, it gave a nigga hella chill. And it hit different that you gone, this shit don't seem real. Yeah, it hit different that you gone, this shit don't. Compton, Ricc, Rocc, West Side, Compton, ends.
Man, what's cracking?
Motherfucking black box. Welcome, Loco. I'm skipping past a whole lot of communication that you and I probably should have shared behind the scenes just to get to this point. I respect your movement, respect your presentation, and it is what it is. I like your content, the way you putting it together, the creativity, the quality, showing you ain't just throwing shit out there. Didn't realize you know how to articulate. You can't hear me?
No, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I wasn't aware you could articulate yourself so well. I applaud that as well. I did get a little messy. I ain't gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it at Google. I heard you like kind of clowning the homie C-Mac the other day from being from more than one section, and I mentioned that I heard that might be your situation as well. You mind clarifying that for us?
You know, me and Crip Mac got a relationship that is beyond the internet. One day, me and that nigga I ain't gonna cuss, but one day, me and him, we'd go at it. Next thing you know, we'll be cool with it. Like, I know him beyond what the internet people know. So, you know, we call this alley hoop. You know what I'm saying? Like, before, I didn't understand the internet. I thought everything was personal. But now that I understand what's going on, like, it's only a communication that people like me, you, and other cats that's into what we doing. It's a language that can't be explained to a lot of people. So when I hear things on here, when I see things on here, I don't take it personal. And then when I say things, I don't expect for nobody else to take it personal. I just understand that the terminology that we doing and you know what we doing it's a method to it. And it's
almost not what you say, it's how you say it as we discuss one another and address it. Because we can't really have no feelings and being here sensitive if our counterparts are being factual about what they are witnessing. Now, when they paint a narrative that's not really true, then that can cause some friction. But for nigga keeping it real, if you scrape your elbow, you scrape your elbow.
Right. For instance, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna clear it out. A couple of years ago, you know, we had some interactions, some words and stuff, right? But back then, you know, when I wasn't really paying attention to this internet stuff. You know, BK had to explain it to me. K-Style, you know, Glasses brother. He like, Rocc, you didn't understand, but now you get it. So now maybe I need to hook you and Spider up so y'all can chop it up, because now that you doing it now, I said, you know what, K? You right, bro. Back then I didn't get it.
See,
And
but
what,
Kaden tapped me in. You know who tapped me in? Lil A Jizzle told me this. He was like, man, I talked to cousin. He said, man, I don't even know why I did that behind that. And once he told me that, to me, that was a million words. Like, I know why, then I understand why he probably got to the point where I don't know why I did it. So I've been off of it, cuz.
Right. That was about 4 or 5 years ago, man.
Yeah.
And
But we haven't communicated. So a lot of niggas will be holding that, like, you feel me? But as a mature man, without me communicating with you and just being aware of certain things you just said to our mutual friends, I've been let it go. Just haven't been able to communicate it to you.
Right. You know, we passed it now, and now, you know, this inner thing is amazing, man. It's a trip how it works. And it's a trip like when you finally, like when you tap into this world and you start, you know, benefiting from it. And it's beyond that too. Then you say, you know what? This shit is like, you got dudes like you guys that I sit back and watch. I got 1 million views in 28 days. And that just came from watching guys like you, watching guys like, you know, even Charleston White, Crip Mac, and all these dudes. They
even Milk 7-4. I gotta give
even Milk 7-4.
I watch Milk in our sector go from like the top of our level of numbers, and just by watching this, I watched that shit go like this, like that. He just stayed consistent doing the same thing, and his shit just said da 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 da.
Right.
And he just separated himself from the pack. Salute to Milk on that level, on God.
Right. With Crip Mac, me and him had a situation to where when he was locked up, you know what I'm saying, I was going through some little things and trying to, you know, took some losses. So, but, you know, I was wrong for telling the man I was going to do something for him and then keep my word and look out for him like I was supposed to. As a man, I'm going to accept that, you know what I'm saying? And I was supposed to stand on that. But I'm looking at the fact like I done made you a whole lot of money, never asked for a dime, got you features for people, and never tried to put my little interest on it or nothing. I just did it out of love because I had met the dude a couple of years ago through Rennie Low. And I got him into the comedy thing, to the skit thing. He was doing a whole lot of stuff. I said, you know what, Crip Mac, let's take this stuff and turn this to some jokes, man. Make these people laugh. And yeah, but you know, I want to
shout out to Rennie Low, Nate Bud.
I just want to clear that up. You know what I'm saying? I want to apologize to the man for you know, telling him I was going to do something and then stand on it. But, you know, we'll get to that. You know, Crip Mac ain't taking that stuff to heart. He know what's going on with the Rocc.
No, you know what? That's what our first little topic today was, how he broke up with the new Citch. And I was talking to a G homie recently, right before he did that, and telling him what I see in C-Mac, no matter how invested and involved he may appear to be with a broad, he quick to be on to the next.
Right.
On my mama.
Right.
He ain't, it might look like he all sprung and in love, but cuz he get right on to the next, and he'll be right in love with the next one until that quickly don't work. I believe we about to see about 14 of these in the next couple of years.
Well, you know, by me knowing Crip Mac, you know, by me knowing him and dealing with him outside the internet, we done had our words a few times outside this stuff. And I know that he's a content creator. You see what I'm saying? And he one of the best that do it. A lot of people might look at him and say, and they laugh and think it's a joke. Even I go back and forth on the internet, and it's all strategic what we all do. None of this stuff is personal. None of this stuff is a lot of people, you know, the people in the comments, they take it personal, but it's strategic. I had somebody I heard Crip Mac told somebody, you know, I had one over there and hollered at his folks, and he said, man, Ricc getting his numbers up, man. Ricc ain't tripping, man. Ricc doing this thing, man. Let him do his thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I say,
that's what we try to tell people. Cuz ain't just burnt out. He burnt out on purpose to a certain degree. Right. Cuz really is a lot more dialed in and intelligent than he is selling, and he's selling that. He's marketing himself in a certain mental level. And of course, he do got some issues. He got a tweak, right, because ain't as burnt out as he got everybody thinking. That's why I can actually communicate with him. Even I have tapped him on the shoulder about issues, and his first response is, "Rrr." And a few minutes later, he text me back like, "You right, big homie." Because it's like he trying to learn at the same time. It's obvious he jumped off the porch late, and we know what kind of stigma that can give you when you're going so hard. So he caught up in trying to prove like that don't matter when he's already accepted. And I don't want him to fall victim of trying to prove just because I jumped off the porch late, I'm not with the business. Hey, that might be your plight without the celebrity. But bro, you got a bigger fish to fry. Right. And nobody expects you to throw it away to try to prove jumping off the porch late don't make you official. Right. I tell him that all the time. I accept your cripping. Don't, and if I can accept it, I'm not the rule. But just think, you are already accepted, bro. Just let it ride it out. Don't throw it away by being out here playing too much ball. That's all I be trying to tell the homie. Right. You got a big bag to go get.
Right. I got to do some editing and stuff. I just wanted to tap in. And, you know, I'm going to set this in front of everybody. I'm going to keep it 100. You know, that was my bad, homie. I'm going to be a man about it. I jumped in something that I didn't have no business jumping in. But based on the fact that, you know how it go. I felt like he wasn't pushing the line hard enough. So at that time, I felt like, man, get out the way. So that was my bad for getting somebody business. And we're going to keep it
on that level. I want to salute that because that's even a value to have homies that's like that. So us not really knowing each other, barely meeting through Rick Rule and all that. Right. And that was the first real shit. For you to be quick to do that, that's where we come from. So I understood that though, really. Oh, my mama, I got it. I mean, I didn't appreciate it, accept it, but I understood it. I come from this, Crip.
Keep doing your shit, man. I subscribe to the channel, man. I'm be checking in, getting notes and tips, and we gonna keep it moving.
Likewise, you need me as far as this type shit, tap in. I'm on deck for you.
I got you. I'm gonna go holler at K, man. I'm about to pull up on him about 20 minutes.
Tell
and
chop
it up. We're gonna get on the line. We're gonna get on the line after this.
Yeah, K got my number. We tap right in.
All right, bet.
My low. Man, I appreciate that, man. It's about elevation, growth, strength, unity, productivity, progress. And that's what we about around here. We about our marathon at all costs. That's what Baymac is. Be about your marathon. I started with money, but the M is mobile now. Be about your metamorphosis. Be about your melanin. Be about your motivation. Be about your manhood. Be about your masculinity. Be about your motherhood if you're a woman. Be about being massive. Be about handling problems. Just be about your M's at all costs. My mama. I ain't finna stretch it out or try to hold y'all. I'm gonna keep it facts over feeling and a Google. Like I told y'all, I'm not here to preach or scold y'all. I'm just in the black box getting blowed, y'all. Oh, my mama. I fuck with y'all. I'ma holler. Yeah, that. Blue Smurf on my way out. Yeah, that. Unreleased, exclusive. 2 M's coming soon. Don't sleep. Don't slip. If you blood, or if you Crip, or if you essay, it don't matter. What I'm looking for? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that. It's hot as a mug in this thing, y'all. I didn't want to turn the air on and mess with the sound, but I'm sweating and it's time to get up out of here now. Oh, mama.
Hey, a gang of bitches in my contacts, blue rain for riches, mafia crippin' and all that. Yeah, that. Hey, a gang of bitches in my contacts, blue rain for riches, mafia crippin' and all that. Yeah, that. So don't compare me to rappers, I'm in my own lane. It ain't too much change, I still represent the game. Blue rains and gold chain, murder when we ball play. Vodka mixed with lemonade, politics the whole day. My knuckles squawk from catching fades. Kick cats and see clean. Nigga, this that quick lane. We still smoke blue tape Taylor. Nigga, I can't explain it. Stay dangerous, we no longer out and stay safe. They got some smut on his lane, the girls can't say. Bands when I run and play. I bust when they run away. I told my kids I see them tomorrow. Shit, I can't got a day. And celebrate the homies death like it's a holiday. So when I go, y'all do the same. That's a mafia day. Hey, a gang of bitches in my contacts, blue rain for riches, mafia crippin' and all that. Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, hey, a gang of bitches in my contacts, blue rain for riches, mafia crippin' and all that. Yeah, that. Yeah, that. ain't new to this, nigga, they ask me how I been. I tell them same fight, different round. I only play to win. It'll pay like Big Ben on that block shit. I got the juice, I'm on that pot shit. Niggas act like they can't die from a stock clip. It's that hot shit, the type of music make your homies bang and crack it. See the enemies and get active. Tiny Mac spazzing, don't get caught on them bang streets. The homies scoring points, real gangbang athletes. Hey, a gang of bitches in my contacts, blue range and riches, mafia crippin' and all that. Yeah, that. What the fuck? Yeah, that. Hey, a gang of bitches in my contacts, blue range and riches, mafia crippin' and all that. Yeah, that. Yeah, that.
Nigga.
My contacts,
Mafia crippin'. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. Out of here.